Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and this is Unity Consciousness. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Before we get started, I want to just say Merry Christmas to all, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and also Happy Boxing Day for any of those of you who celebrate those holidays. I'd like to welcome our new subscribers and thank those of you who tune in for these updates. I am so grateful for your presence, and I cannot thank you enough for tuning in to understand the energy that's coming in so that we as a collective can make a difference in the world. Now, with that said, let's jump in. We've got some energies that are going to perfect this week that we've already talked about, so I'm not going to go over everything all over again. Hopefully this won't be too long of a video. But we do have the opposition between Chiron and Lilith, which Chiron's retrograde in Aries, going to go direct a week from today. So standing still, quite powerful. That healing energy in Aries is going to be strong. Now, opposing Lilith in the sign of Libra is helping us to understand where people-pleasing no longer serves us, self-sacrifices, and as well toxic femininity out of, it could just be toxic femininity, but when dealing with the masculine energy, especially if it's toxic, sometimes it makes us default to toxic feminine energy. We are dealing with it because that opposition that perfected on the 18th has a new member that is going to create a wedge, and that member joining in this lunation is going to be Venus in the sign of Aquarius. Venus at 19 degrees of Aquarius is going to sextile the Aries energy, that Chiron Aries energy, not being seen, not being heard, having to substantiate your existence in the world. And as well, Venus in Aquarius that had a conjunction with Chiron last week, which really, from a Kuiper Belt object, which is generational, but also on the collective level, helped us to heal. That energy is trining the Lilith in Libra. So, Venus carrying Chiron's energy in Aquarius is unconventional ways of loving, unconventional ways of doing things. And this wedge really, really, really solidifies no more self-sacrifice, no more people-pleasing, especially in response to wounding that has occurred. Okay, so that energy is powerful. It's going to be strong all week long. In addition, and kind of offsetting that beautiful healing energy is going to be that mutable square that we spoke about last week. The perfection of Saturn square Jupiter happens on the 24th. The perfection of the opposition between Mercury now direct and Jupiter retrograde in Gemini happens on the 26th. So that check-in of the grand conjunction that occurred at 0 degrees of Aquarius between Saturn and Jupiter is actually being expanded. It's being expanded so that we understand that mutable T-square, which, as you remember, we spoke about Nessus, which was conjunct Saturn. And then we've got Orcus in Virgo talking about sacred law breakers, and Nessus, the gaslighting, the just the wounding, but from a place of lies and deception, conjunct with that Saturn energy. This, which is more than just a mutable T-square, it is a mutable Grand Cross being expanded, perfecting, so that we can, as we do that first quarter check-in of the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, which asked us to be authentic, to be independent, to understand our true essence so that we can be woven into that of the collective. The first quarter check-in is now so that we can drop these notions. No more gaslighting. Healthy Health and toxicity is also here because we've got the Virgo, Pisces, or opposition involved here. So health and toxicity, truth and justice is here. Lower and higher mind, Sagittarius energy and Gemini energy. Sacred law breakers. These are pauses for purpose. These are stark realities causing you to pause, to take a look and see where are you at with that conjunction that asked us to be authentic, asked us again to be transparent, bring that level of authenticity to the essence of our being. So there's going to be some pauses, could be some stark reality checks that come in, but remember, we have that very healing energy that Venus is now working with Lilith and also with Chiron to help us with that Cheroklo energy too, to help us with the healing of these very difficult and what could be challenging mutable Grand Cross in the sky. Now, in addition to that energy, again, that we've spoken about that is going to perfect, we have some bookend energy at the front end of it. So on Monday, we have the sun, which is at 0 degrees of Capricorn. We've already gone through the solstice. That energy is going to be with us for about 3 months. Now we actually have the sun is going to square that north node, which is also near Manway in the sign of Aries. This is because the sun in the sign of Capricorn is emerging, helping us with broken down foundations. Well, it's going to be one of two things, right? If you still have foundational aspects that you're clinging to or someone's clinging to that aren't authentic, that Pluto brought to your attention that you're aware of, but they're still clinging in there, this is the crumbling of essential foundations that are self-centered, the north nodes in Aries. Are we self-centered or are we centered in the self? If you're centered in the self, what this energy can do is create powerful new beginnings, because Manway is here, of that essential foundation. It's being solidified because you know your true essence. You are centered in your true essence. 3D versus 5D, which one are we going to pick? And because these are cardinal signs, world stage, things that you're witnessing, be observant. This could be something that you witness, that you see, that helps you align with that 3D or 5D energy. Now at the other end of the week on Saturday, which I believe is the 28th already, we have Venus, which is in the sign of Aquarius, is going to square Uranus, which is retrograde in the sign of Taurus. Again, two different energies that we can feel from this. This could be relationship breakthroughs that bring you to an understanding that the relationship that you're looking at no longer serves a purpose in your orb of being, or it can be an unconventional relationship, someone of a different nationality, color, creed, whatever, much older, much younger, an environment that you could never see yourself in. New, powerful new beginnings of essential foundations. This is Taurus energy, so it's foundational, bringing some level of stability, but it's through instability that sovereignty and freedom comes in, and that's relative to money and relationships. So instability comes and it either breaks things down further that makes you want to step away from a relationship, or that instability comes from some very unconventional relationship that just comes in an instant, because this is Uranus. But regardless, this has to do with sovereignty, freedom, independence, and it could be monetary too. So watch your finances this week. Then finally, at the close of the week, we do have Chiron going direct in the sign of Aries. I love this energy. We've spent a lot of time on our true essence, and now we have a greater understanding of that true essence. We've been seen, we've been heard, we understand what that means, and that is going to allow us to feel worthy. We have a right to exist. We are lovable, and we want to be loved, and we can give love from a place of 5-dimensional awareness. This truly is, I believe this holiday season is a time of miracles, and I truly do believe this is a time of miraculous renewal, healing, things coming together. Let's welcome in unity consciousness while we do that. I decided to use the Animal Spirit deck today, this Kim Kranz. We haven't used it in a while, but given the themes of this week, I thought it would be good to pull an Animal Spirit guide to help us on our journey this week. And the card that jumped out is the White Owl. This is air energy, which is interesting because that's going to be the pronounced energy moving forward. The owl. Abundance, clairvoyant treasures. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. When this energy is in balance, it's generous, trusting, and secure. When it's out of balance, it's money quarrels and scarcity. To bring it into balance, create an offering. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you liked this video, please do click the like button. If you want to know when videos are being dropped, click the share button. If you have any comments or suggestions, post them in the comment box below. You know I always love to hear from you. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season of healing, understanding, realizing your true essence, and allowing all the blessings to come in that you so deserve. Namaste.